Hello and welcome to tonight's live stream. We are doing question time. And if you don't know what this is your first time here. Question time is a live event where you can ask any question you like about games development, Unreal Engine 4 or 5, or anything you really want at all. It's totally up to you what you want to ask. If you don't know how to do it, all you have to do is put your question into the chat and I'll try and grab as many as I can within the hour that we have here tonight. Now, patrons will have access to the Q Jump early access Discord channel where you can ask your question before the live stream begins. So if you can't make it live, you can always ask a question there. So we have got one question or a couple of questions over there. So I'm going to go over to there and answer a couple of questions first before we jump straight in. So TH Gaming is asking, would I ever consider doing a featured demo playthrough or spotlight episode on my channel? He's saying he would love to see what other patrons are making and how they have used my series episodes to make something cool. He would love to play some. I'd love to play some too. Help people with feedback. Indie life is hard, and finding a community that you can trust to give good feedback is very rare. Yeah, this was one of the intentions originally of the channel. It was to at some point start doing showcases for people's games and talking about them and things like that. People are usually quite secretive about their projects and don't want to reveal too much, especially this early in development. But I'm always open to talking to people and showcasing their work and giving them feedback as well. Another question we've got from TH Gaming as well, just a practical question. Personally speaking, how do you know what game type best suits your game? For example, top down, first person, third person. Is it a gut instinct? Do you tend to prototype and see which you find more fun, or do you get opinions from people who you think will play your game? So I do a lot of prototyping really. I'll have a cool idea in my head. I'm thinking, okay, what should I actually do? And I'll just play about with it and see what comes from it. It's just playing around with different ideas, and I'll be playing a game and I think I'll get inspired from it and I'll just chuck it into there and have a crack at that as well. So it is literally just have a play around and see what really works, and have a bit of fun with it really. Okay, excellent. I do have another question for 5SGZ in there, but I'll let you know if you're watching this more in person, because your one is a bit more involved. Okay. But nonetheless, thank you so much for your early contributions to the question time. So I can see over in chat we've got a few welcome faces. We've got Underfunded Scientist, hello, Modern Walking, Angus, Carter, Lucas, Racing, and Die Hard Games. Hello everyone, how are you all? Hopefully everyone's all safe and well. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into our live scene over here. Excellent. And we're going to start going through some questions. Let me just get my chat open here. Okay, so we've got a question from Lucas Wells. So I'm designing a game and adding in wall running. It's working but doesn't have any camera tilt. It uses half collision capsules to tell the side and disables gravity to wall run. Okay. Is there a question in that? Designing a game and in wall run. It's working, but it doesn't have any camera tilt. It uses half collision capsules to tell. Okay, right. So your character's probably doing a wall run, but the capsule's staying still. I'm guessing that's what it's doing. Okay, so obviously I don't have time to go through the whole making a wall run thing. But if you want to just tilt the camera. When you go into a wall run and you know which way you're running, you take the camera boom here and you want to add a rotation to it, and you want to add the set rotation, set relative rotation, and the relative rotation will involve the roll of it. Now you don't want to do when you do that, you want to make sure you turn off inherit roll on here. If you have this turned on, basically what it means, it will inherit the roll rotation of your character. So as the character capsule turns, it will also turn, which is what you want most of the time. But in your case, because you want the character capsule wall running, which is typically usually straight up anyway, still just sliding along the floor, the wall, and you want to tilt the camera, just turn off that, and then you can set the relative rotation of your spring arm independently. So that's what you want to do with that. racing is fun. Ryan, I got a door where you push E to open, which is common. Could you show us how one could make it so your character, if running at a certain velocity at the door, it falls over, like bursting a door down? Sure, okay. So I've got my third person template this time. I thought I'd mix things up a little bit. So let's make a little door that we can burst down. Okay. Door. Let me just move my Xbox controller out of the way. Okay, let's make this quickly. So I'm going to make a simple cube box thing. Okay, and there's my door. I won't go through the whole process of making a door move, but we'll make it so it knocks over when we run into it, okay? So for this, we want to make it a hit event. So we're going to right click here and do hit, and do event hit. And when it event hit, try to return anything that walked into it. So if I go other here, oh hello, hit compile, and drag that into the world here. Like so. And you can see return who hits it. So alongside that, you can also get their velocity. Now to test this out properly, I'm going to get the other. And I'm going to first of all make sure that it is a player doing it. So equal to get player character. And put that into a branch. That way nothing else can knock it over. Unless you want something else to knock it over, it's up to you. But in my case, I won't. And then I'm going to take the other and get their velocity. And to get their speed from the velocity, you just get the vector length. And we're just going to print that out so we can see what kind of numbers we're getting. And that will tell us how hard we want to hit it when we walk into it. Okay. So I'm hitting it about 100 there. So if I go into saying if vector length here is greater than 100, put a branch in there, and knock the door down, we're going to tell the cube here to set simulate physics. Turn that on. So rather than just add some impulse to it, I'm just going to see how the physics react to that, as it may be enough. Nah, that'll be alright. So that is how we do running into a door. And if you want to add more impulse to it, like a superhero burst through it, you just once you simulate physics here, you're going to add impulse. And we'll go like here. And the impulse is going to be the direction that this is facing. So get cube, get forward vector. And we're going to multiply this by a large float. A negative float, but minus, we'll say 10,000 to begin with. May need more than that. Put that there. Compile and play. And a negative should make it go backwards. I need more than that. Let's try putting in 50. See if that makes it a bit more powerful. Yep, there you go. Maybe a bit too much. Okay, put that in there. Play and bush. And that's how you do running into a door. Hopefully that helped you out. And that was racing is fun. Hopefully you liked that one. Okay, next. Die Hard Games is asking, how do you make a live main menu and a cinematic storyline? Big questions there. So can you explain what you mean by live main menu first of all? As for cinematic storyline, are you talking about cinematics like cutscenes and things like that? if that's the case and you want to use a level sequencer, I won't go into it now because I need loads of animations to make it look half decent, and I don't have them downloaded. So we got there is a series starting soon, next month-ish, which will be for patrons anyway, and then it'll be thereafter about a few weeks or a month after that. It'll be out on YouTube, and that's doing like Mass Effect style cinematic dialogue. So we're doing that. I don't know if that covers what kind of stuff you want to talk about. I don't know, but let me know. Zevius, how would you deform skeletal meshes like car destruction? Good question. I've never actually done destruction like that before. Deforming a skeletal mesh. Don't know. Let's have a look. See if we can see anything that stands out. So you're going to see what I do when I don't know the answer, by the way. And that is basically go in here and just poke around and see what's in there. So we'll drag out a skeletal mesh first of all. Or if I type in mesh, do I get anything special out of this? We've got procedural mesh, static mesh. Okay, so we'll go skeletal mesh here. And we'll drag this out. And I'm looking for a deform. So if I go deform, turn off context sensitive, do I get anything? No. The main thing I can think of how I would do it probably is like you like have different modular parts to it, and the modular parts will then deform by vertex manipulation, maybe. Using a material editor to manipulate the vertices. I don't know. That's something I would need to have a look at. Never done it before. I have to look it up. I'll probably look up some GDC talks and see what kind of things that technology they made, and see if there's a way to either find it in Unreal or mimic it. I don't know what Chaos is able to do. I don't think Chaos can do deformations like that. You're looking at soft body deformations, really, aren't you? Let me have a look. So Unreal doesn't include any standard soft body physics simulation. But there are alternatives maybe somewhere. Okay, I have to have a look into it. Okay, that's something else to have a look at. Okay, so Robert Garcia. Yo Ryan, about rich text, is there a way to have images on rich text that are variables based on the variables, so we could have a tool text show the right So Robert Garcia, literally I made that video and released it yesterday for patrons. So patrons have that video right now. How to add like the image of the X in the thing. It's literally there. I can show you the thumbnail. But yeah, it looks something like this. Hold on. Well, I won't go through it now because you'll get the video next week. So next Tuesday, the how-to next Tuesday is how to do this, where you put the image inside the text. You saw it there, but how can you make it show based on a variable? Right, okay, I see. So I won't go into too much detail on how to set it all up, but because you're going to get most of it next week. If you do format text and you're putting in the code that you've put in, like this bit, ID, blah, you have this bit, yeah, image ID blur. Rather than your name of your image here, put in the curly bracket and put in a parameter in here, and this will be based upon a select thing. So we do select text, not select text, which would be select, wouldn't it? No, select. And you like make literal text. Like this. And you can have different wildcards in this, and that will go into here. And so that based upon the variable you put in here. So for option 0, it'll go in there. Option 1, it'll go in there. And you type in whatever values on here. So image 1, image 2, so on and so forth. Yeah. So that would be how you do that. But yes, for everyone else, you'll see the video on that next Tuesday. Hello, Bartisus. Modern Walking, by the way, thanks for a lot for what you're doing. It really did help me a lot. Kind of sad that on such a professional looking sounding stream there are only 20 people watching it live. Anyways, thanks a lot. I know, it's a shame. But we persevere. We persevere. How to make your character pick up the object. Okay. So we've got a 3-dimensional character here in the third person template. And so we're making do you want him okay. If you want him to animate it, I haven't got an animation to do that. I don't think I have one on my thing. Hold on. Don't think I do. Don't think I do. So if you want to do the picking up object, do you mean like animating it to pick it up, or just the actual just act of picking it up and putting it in the character's hand? Keep looking if I've got anything that might have it. I don't know if hang on, this pack might have something. I'll try adding it to the project. Hopefully it'll be alright. Might be something in there. While that's adding to the project, oh yeah, Die Hard Games. For the live menu, kind of like it shows in game time. So like if it was daytime in the game, then the main menu will be same as if it was nighttime, like having things and enemies move. So, okay, so if it's part of the actual game, you'll load up the level and just show the menu UI at the start of the level. So begin play of the level, show menu, blah, 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 blah. If you wanted it to remember what state the world was in when you left it, like a save file, then you'd make a scene up, and when you load up the game, you need to look at the previous level, previous day of time, and set that all on the level that you're in, the menu level. The menu level will be like a fake level in that instance, but you put enemies in the background, make them do nothing. But that's kind of that. I did a very simple live menu type thing with my Maze Game series, and you can check that out and you can see it there. But I don't do anything like changing the time of day based on what you was doing previously. But you see like 3D models, animating, and so forth. But yeah. Robert Saget, sorry for pronouncing your names wrong, by the way. Easiest way to script multiple actors moving or acting in concert without having to script them all individually, and also so you can modify a script to get new actions. For example, spawn 5 archers, have them march in line to a spot, and then all fire arrows. Then perhaps change to have them move to a different location and repeat. Okay, Robert, I won't do it again because I literally done it last week, and the archive of that is coming out tomorrow. So come back tomorrow for the live stream from last week, and I cover it in there how to do formations and get them to walk in line and things like that. So check it out there. Bartisus, how can I save in save game a coin that has been destroyed? I have a checkpoint actor that saves all coins. The problem is the collected coins are getting destroyed and the checkpoint isn't saving them. Okay. Okay. So on your save game object, again, I won't go through the whole process as I don't want to go through the whole thing for the whole stream. But in your save game process here, you may have a function in here saying like save level state, okay? And part of that level state will be get all actors of class. Get actors. Oh, hold on. Actors of. Why can't I find it? Hold on. I had this problem the other day as well. I think it might be a bug. Wouldn't show the damn thing. Actors of class. Is it not showing this one? Should do. No, okay. In other words, then what we have to do is have the variable here. Basically, you need to have it stored as a variable, essentially. So in here, you'd have like the array of like pickups. So like I don't know, I'll just call them actors. You'll have this as an array, and I would probably save the ones you've been picked up, so that when you it's hard to describe. When you pick them, when you walk into it, I think I've done it before in a video, but if you walk into it, you pick up a like collectible, like coin or whatever, and you tell that coin to tell the save game file to set it to remove it from this array. So this array has at start it loads up and gets all the actors of coins in the whole entire level and stores them on here, and then it removes one from each one from this array every time you pick up a coin. So it's too much to go through in one little stream. So I've done a video on it it's called saving level states. Check it out. I do it there. That would be easier to go through that there. Bernardo, hi Ryan, how to make materials react to music. Okay. This is interesting. I've never done anything like this before. So, a material that reacts to music. I know you can do it because I've seen it. So is there anything in here? Probably isn't anything doing here. So okay. So I need a parameter to come through in here. So let's say we have a vector parameter. We'll call this one color, and we'll plug that into base color for now, and hit save on that. Give it a second. Lionel Aldaz, how much for one-on-one tutoring? I bought a store asset that I don't know how to implement. It's a character creator. So if you want one-to-one sessions, I do have my availability and my prices on my website at ryan.com/sessions. So check it out. I do get kind of booked up quite quickly. So if you do want to get sessions in, check them in. I have added loads of new sessions since I've started doing this full time. So yeah, check it out and see if anything suits you there. Oh, come on, computer. You can do this. Right. So this material here, we're going to create material instance. And I'll just make a new object. Audio thing, we'll call it. And in here, I'll add a shape. We'll add a sphere for now. And the sphere is going to have our material. So new material inst. Compile and go to the event graph. So obviously we need something on tick because it needs to constantly look at the audio or something. So I'm going to search for stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go audio and have a look at what we've got here. So I've got spawn sound. I want to kind of get something, maybe like the volume, the pitch. I'll turn that off. Can I get things like get volume or equalizer or something? Probably near the top, isn't it? Get volume, min max, multiplier, sound submix, probably sound submix. We'll try that. So this will be needing a sound submix object reference, and for that we want to search for submix, and there is a way to get the current submix, which is the master submix. Hang on, get submix. No, get mix. No, what is it? Master. It might be a component. Audio capture like this, but that's for like capturing mic audio, not actual audio. I guess we're not really recording. You want to get this master sound class. Oh, actually, I wonder if I can just make a variable actually. Mix, we'll call it. And if I go to mix, and it'll be a sound mix probably. No. Sound submix. Oh, there you go. Master submix default, maybe. Don't know. And we drag that out. We should be able to plug that in there. There you go, cool. On the sphere here, we're going to get dynamic. No. Get dynamic material. Oh wait, no, you can't do it on here. Whoops. You have to do it. Begin play. Create dynamic material instance. I have no idea if this will work, by the way. We're just seeing where it takes us. New material inst. We'll promote that to a variable, so we've got access to our instanced material, and that'll do. And on tick, we're going to drag that material out. Oh, wrong one. Get that, and from there we're going to do set vector parameter value, and we'll take this as color, and the value here will just, can I convert that? We'll see what that does, if anything. I need to also play some audio. Play audio, play sound, 2D, and we'll just do let's hide the engine content. We'll do something like wind. I don't know if this will work. with wind. Right, put that in there. Take a look, see what happens. Well, first of all, let's actually print out the number that's coming out there. Print. Okay, so output volume is sticking at 1. Okay, so that is not what we want then, is it? Output volume. We're going to take this out of here and do get and see what else we can get from it. Nope. Equalizer. Oh. Got set sound wave, get sound wave. That's something? Don't know. Don't know much about audio. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a plugin if you enable. So, sound. This one, sound visualization plugins. I won't be able to enable it, I don't think. Have to restart. We'll restart. I'll answer some questions while we're going through that. Okay, let's answer something else. Tuxedo Johnny, any way to make character 1 only see what character 2 sees and nothing else? Like everything is invisible unless it is in character 1's camera frustra. I don't know. So like do they just see from the point of view of the character, or do they see like only the bits, like assets that they see? I think I don't know which one you're trying to do. Get amplitude. Can I get it from the mix at all? Oh, okay. Cool. Plug that in there. Let's see what this does. Okay, so if I put in the wind thing. Start music there, I saw. What's that? Got an array of floats. I don't know what that means, but we'll get a copy of that. Let's get the first one. That going there, that going there. I'll leave that by default for now. Oh, there you go. Never mind. Antonio third. Audio component. Okay, yeah. Amplitude, multi-envelope value, do the same thing. But you need an audio component. Okay. Surely not be able to just grab it. Hi, Brad. Let's go back to that thing. Because the audio component is just... It's just a sound file. Which is what I told it to do anyway. I mean, I'll do it anyway. I can't get the amplitude of it. Get wave. Get sound. Amplitude. Don't know. Okay. Whoa. There. Save that. And see what happens here. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, cool. Don't know why the other one didn't work, but never mind. So yeah, it has this event for the multi-envelope value. I'm guessing that just averages out the wave from all the different points on it and outputs it as a value. So if I put that in there, we get this. Oh, what I break? Oh. Cool. Okay. But what's cool about this then is that we could then do this with the world position offset as well and make it wobble and things. So if we get I'll take this value here and we'll get world position like that. Oh, and we'll multiply this. No, we'll multiply this. No, not multiply. Add 1 to it, and then we'll multiply this by that, and put that into world. Come on. Computer's getting slow nowadays. You save up for a new one. Okay. So that, in theory, should get bigger and smaller as we play. No? Did I not plug it in? Oh, it goes into there. Because the color value going into that is like 0.0 whatever. We're adding 1 to it. We're multiplying the world position that it's currently in by that. Would that not do that? I feel like you would still see something though. Oh, it's over there. Oh, the whole thing's moving. Whoops. Oh yeah, crap. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to do. Can I not? How do I normally do this? I do. No, I guess you could. Yeah, I won't spend any more time on it. But I'm sure there's a way of working it out so it makes it move and change size. I mean, you could just plug, I guess, the audio thing into a scaler here. But you can eventually make it like go up and down and things. That's quite cool. I don't know, something to play with. Say, I don't really touch audio. No. And I'll just delete that from thing. Okay, so next we have hello Elaine. Zevius, I have this multiplayer door that needs a code, but when the client types the code in, it doesn't open for the server. Any ideas will be appreciated. The widget has been added from create widget. Okay. So, with the create widget, when you the player enters the code, you have to basically tell the problem with the widget code here. Widgets are added locally; they're not added by the server. So the server doesn't know what the widget contains at all. So you can't use it from here. You can't replicate the events from here to the server because they're different widgets. So if you want to send a code over to the server, you have to do something else. You're going to have to find a way to send it back to the player controller or back to the player character, whatever it may be. I personally would send it probably to the door. So you enter the code, it goes to the door, and then the door actor, I've got door already, would have an event in here, something like check code, and have check code be replicated on multicast. So all the clients and the server will also check that code. So would it be best to do that? Probably. So the player interacts with the thing. They send a code to the door. The door will then want to check it. And yeah, you'd have the code on this maybe. Like you have your string or an integer, whatever it is on there. I think that would do it. You interact with the door. Logo widget. Enter. Call the door to check code. And all of them will check the code. I think that's right. If not, you have to get the server to call it from something else. So you do a custom event here, and you do a server based one code. So this one runs only on the server, and you send the code to this one, which then calls this check code. Maybe. So it's something to play with, but that is the roundabout the way you got to do it, because widgets can't communicate like that. So if they go back to the object or go back to the game mode, not game mode, the player controller, whatever. Or the game state Tyler's mentioning, yeah, you can put it there too. I personally would do it to the door because you're interacting with the door, so it makes sense to have the door do it. But yeah. Racing is fun. Is there a way to make a static mesh where projectiles can shoot through one side of it and not the other, like a shield where you can shoot out but others can't shoot in? So it depends what you're trying to model and shape into it. But if, for example, you had like a plane in your world like this, I can't shoot nothing. Crap, hold on, I'll walk through it. Same concept. So oh wait, I've got two-sided on it. Whoops. Let's make a new material. Could I call that check code function from the door reference on the widget using expose and spawn? Yeah, so when you interact with the widget, you should be sending the door widget actor to that widget, so the player, when they interact back with it, the door knows who they're interacting with. So yes, it should be exposed on spawn, like a reference to the door. Drag that to there. Okay, so like a plane here only renders on one side, so like a shield, and you want it to ignore player movement if they're going through this side. Okay, so okay, so what you can do is use dot to handle that. I'll make this a script first. Hold on. Sure. And you could do something like you have to be on tick. You want to get a dot product. So get do dot product, and you want to get actor forward vector, and do that again. And then from here, you want to get player character. And this will work out whether or not you're looking the correct way as it. So, for example, if I print string this. Play. So if I'm facing the same way as it, which is about that way, it'll be close to 0. If I go this way, it's no, wait, that's wrong. Oh wait, whoops. Oh god, hold on. Ugh, hold on. Just make a natural actor. Yeah. Just make it so it's facing the X axis. Right, let's try that again. Okay, so if I'm facing the correct way, it's like sorry, if I'm facing the same way as it should be 1. So I'm guessing that's the same way, is it? Yep. So I'm facing the same way as it, it's 1. If I'm facing the opposite way, it's -1. If I'm facing tangential and perpendicular to it, it's 0. That's the correct answers. And then what you can do, you can turn collision off on it. I mean, And we'll do like a hit. We could do it on hit, I guess, actually. Hit. And it'll do this, and we'll tell the plane if this is greater than 0.5. And from there, we can then tell collision enabled is no collision, and that'll turn it off. And then what would you do then? No, that wouldn't work, because how do you turn it back on? Put in end overlap, I guess. An event and overlap. And then we want to re-enable collision. Set collision enabled. And you want collision enabled. I think that'll do it. Yep, there you go. Ah, balls. If I come from this way, yeah, blocks me from there. Oh, I know why. Sorry, my bad. When you set collision enabled, turn it on to query only. So the overlap still works. Oh no. Query only. No collision. It's just not. Okay, probably have to add like a thing on this. And I'll just do end overlap. Did I turn off no collision again? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I can go this way, but not this way. Okay, there's one way of doing it. I'm sure there's others. Bernardo, question: how are you? Do you miss the academic life? I don't think I've ever left the academic life. I'm still teaching people, just differently. But I'm okay, thank you. This has been the first full month of doing this full time. It's been very busy. I've been doing back-to-back sessions with people. I've been doing freelance work for individuals and studios. I've been making more content and asset flip. By the way, who watched asset flip? Did you enjoy that? You looking forward to having more of that? Let me know. Yeah, I'm alright though. Yeah, it's good. It feels weird not going into the college now. Because now I know my mates have gone back to college and teaching again. So yeah, it does feel weird to have them go back and me not do that. So that's interesting, but it's a lot better. It's a lot less stressful especially doing two jobs at the same time. It was difficult, but now I can just focus on this. It's a lot better. But yeah, let me know what you think of asset flip. If something you want to see more of, doing it longer, shorter, you let me know. Question: is there a way to put animation from Maya but without bones? Yes, but I wouldn't. It's a pain. But yes, I can't remember how you do it, but there is a way to do it because I've done it before. Yeah, there's a way. What was it called? Can't remember now. When it comes in, it'd be a static mesh. So be on the settings here somewhere. There was something you can do. Pardon me. It's not great to do it. It's best to have a bone in it somewhat, even if it's just one bone. No, I can't remember. No, I can't remember well. I would just advise using bones. It's a lot simpler. Even if it's just one bone, you put it in there and you can then animate it a lot better. Always voting for longer videos, but definitely do what you think is best. And yeah, it's a lot of video content. I film it all. It's about 6 hours worth of footage, and it takes a while to go through it all. But I don't want to make it too long. I feel like people would check out. But I do want to give patrons a longer look and more like one-to-one look of like how I did certain things and what my process was and what my thinking was behind some things and decisions. But yeah, yeah. So I think I want to. I mean, originally when I had the idea and I was talking to my wife about it, I was like saying I want to aim for about 15 minutes. But it ended up being like 25 minutes. I was like, oh my god, this is like an actual like whole episode of a TV show. So I don't think I want to go longer, but it's good to know I've got a flexibility. But yeah, the plan is to do it each month. I'll try and give it like 6 months. It's a lot of work. It takes a while. And I've got to fit it in and around other stuff. So I'm gonna try and do it each month, as a cool thing. But yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward. It's something to look forward to as well. Like you go, you know that on. Well, think of it this way: when you guys are all at home and you see the assets released for September, just know and think, oh, what's Ryan gonna do with these? So on that same day when I see that news post and see the marketplace assets, that's when I start thinking and start working on it. So yeah, a bit of fun whilst I'm doing it. You're thinking of it. I've got other ideas for other shows as well because I want to do more than just tutorials and things like that. I want to try and ultimately a fun place for game developers and aspiring game developers to hang out. That's what I want to aspire to. But yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, all I've got is ideas for other shows. They won't replace the current stuff. The current stuff will always be there. It's just gonna be extra bits. Yeah. This month, if it were easy, wasn't? How was this month? It wasn't too bad. The worst bit, the hardest bit was dealing with the female character creator. And I understand that the developer of it, because the developers messaged me actually after I posted the video, saying thank you for the feedback, blah 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 blah, and they put a video up explaining how to get it in a playable state, and essentially it just comes down to retargeting it, which I was like, well, that's what I did anyway. That's not on the asset pack. There's a create button, and you would naturally assume you click that button and it should take you to a character with all the bits on already playable inside the world, like a demo level, whatever. That's what I was expecting to happen. But when I went into the code to find out why the create button wasn't working, the create button was actually hooked up to anything. It was just blank. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, So I was what I was expecting didn't happen. And because it was pulling in save data from all over the place, it was a pain. It was a pain to deal with, and it wasn't easy to backwards compact that. The level creator was cool though, and the spell effects things was cool. I still use them for other stuff. They're quite good. How can I add a trail particle for a ball that doesn't have bones? You don't need bones to do a trail particle. I don't have any balls I can shoot. The one time I don't load up the shooter one. Or if it's something that's moving, like a ball flying through the air, just make the particle system stay in one spot. So, like, oh, where's all my emitters? There we go. We'll add a spawn rate. So you add a spawn rate to it. Put how many you want to spawn in. Obviously, you can tweak that number to whatever you like, but don't move it. Keep it there. And as the particle effect will spawn, it will leave a trail of them behind. So if I drag this into world here and move this to the right, you'll see the particles spawn. Yeah. Well, what you can do is add a trail to it. So you go to render here and hit ribbon. And what ribbon does, it will link up each particle with a trail. It will like blur the lines between each one. I don't think we have to change anything here. I can't remember now. But on here you do initialize ribbon. And I think that might be it. Hold on. Nope. Hang on, go back to it. I'm just gonna make it move while we're here so I can test it a bit easier. Add velocity, fix this one, and make it go 100 in the Z. Let's make it go a bit faster. Okay, so there's you can see the ribbon going between the line, the balls. I just need to set it up with the material. So we'll go to this one. Can I copy that? No. Oh god. Okay. Default sprite material. Default sprite material. You see the ribbon going between each one. And then you go to initialize ribbon, and you can set its width, and you set it to whatever you want. Do 30, 50, I don't know, 80, like that. You get this sort of effect. Its width as well. Lifetime you want to set basically the same lifetime as this, so 5 seconds. Like this. Okay. I'm just going to turn off velocity. Once you finish, turn off velocity, and then when you put it into the game, as your ball flies through the air, it will leave a trail behind it like that. Okay. And if you want, you can turn off the sprite renderer, and it should still draw the particles of the ribbon. Yeah, there you go. So if I drag this through the air, you can see it do its ribbons like this. Okay. So that's how the gist of that works. But you don't need a bone. You just make the ball have this as a component, and it will fly through the air. So, like for example, I just put in the player character that I think I've got moving. Go in here. You go add component and choose Niagara particle system using Niagara, and I'm going to put in my one, and I'm going to turn off the velocity on that, like that. I'm just going to make them actually last a little bit less time. So we'll do 1 second for each one. Hit save and push play. So now I'll leave a trail behind me wherever I go. And if you want to increase the smoothness of it, you just increase the spawn rate of it. So go in here, initialize particle. No, sorry, spawn rate, and change that to 50. I get a smoother line. Well, I've ran. Yeah, and that's how that works. Yeah. How to add more sockets in fabric for your weapon. Oh, you moved it now. Okay. Oh, okay. Add sockets in fabric for your weapon. You just go to the mesh and you just right click on the bone that you want it to add it to, or you don't even add it to bone. You can add it to static meshes as well. Sorry, I'm just replying to something. But to if you're using fabric, I'm guessing you're using a skeletal mesh. So you just add sockets to bones. So find a bone, add a socket. That's it. You can also add sockets to static meshes as well. Don't have one yet. Hold on. So add socket to a static mesh. You go down here, click create socket, and then you tell it where it's going to be. Yeah, and that's it. Just put it wherever you want, rotate it however you want, scale it however you want, and you can put a mesh on it to see how it looks, so forth. But yeah, that's it. Right click, add socket. And if you're using Fabric RK, I'm guessing you're using skeletal mesh. Fabric, are you talking about fabric as in the IK system? As in this thing, hold on. Oh wait, wrong way. This. You're talking about this. What's your issue, Twiggy? We will be wrapping up, by the way, in a moment. Oh, do you mean like as in a cloth sim? As Underfunded Scientist means? Stairs. Is that what you mean? Do you mean fabric as in cloth? Or fabric IK? Karam, how to highlight or outline hard edges on meshes. That's a long process. I actually sell an outline tool that'll help with that. Just search on my YouTube channel for outline tool and you'll see it, and I'll sell it for like $10. You have a weapon, but how add more weapons in sockets? I don't know what he means there, unfortunately. Sockets, like on bone sockets, I have weapons, but how to add more weapons in sockets? Right, Robert Garcia's socket questions. On a character that already has sockets for weapons to be attached, such as on the hips and on the back, how can we make the sockets dangle so all attached weapons have some dangling? Okay. So let's make something dangle from him. So let's go to our mesh here and have a socket to this. Put one on his back. Here. Add socket. Spine, we'll call this one back. Back socket. And I'm just going to position that. Oh, let me put like a asset in. Hold on. Do this one. I'll make this the last thing. Hopefully this will answer your question as well. Stez. Give me a sec. I'm just going to trying to find a sword pack I've got somewhere. There you go. Slate delegates.h. So that's slate is referred to by the widget at UMG tools. Whether that's actually what it is, I haven't looked at the header file for that. But it sounds like it could be. Not entirely sure there, Twiggy. Do you have any plugins? Usually they're the ones that break stuff. Like that. So we add a preview asset to this. I think the sword should be in there now. Sword. I do hero, sword. Okay, we'll just position this where we want our sword to be. I'll put it on his hip actually. Like that. Okay. Hit save and go back to our character. Okay, now to attach it, what I'm going to do here is you're not actually going to attach it to a socket. What you're actually going to do is I'm going to go to the mesh, add component, and add a physics. Oh, can't spell. Physics constraint. And on that constraint, I'm going to attach it to that back socket. Oh. So that moves it there, like that. Okay. And then from there, I can add my meshes. So, for example, I'll add a sword to it. You have a sword. There it is. And we're going to tell it to simulate physics. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh, hold on. That probably doesn't have any collision on it. Nope. Okay. Create. Create new physics asset. Sure. And we want to do the hero sword. 10. Sure. And see if that looks okay. Yeah, that'll do. Back to the character here. And now we should be able to simulate physics on it. Where are we? Yep, there you go. Turn that on. And I haven't changed any of the constraint settings, so it will flap about quite a bit. As it should do. Hold on. Oh, whoops. Yeah, when you enable physics, you also need to enable the collisions to have a preset. We're going to go to physics actor. Compile. And you also want this to ignore itself. So you want to ignore the collisions of itself, otherwise it will hit the same capsule here. So on the event graph, we're going to go to begin play. It'll just freak out otherwise. So in begin play, we're going to take the skeletal mesh out. And I'm going to set it to ignore actor when moving. And I'm going to tell it to ignore itself. Tick that, and it should ignore its own capsule. Oh, but it's also ignoring the thing. Hold on. Hold on. I also, oh no, I need to tell it to actually constrain it. Whoops, my bad. Component name 1, skeletal mesh. It should hold it there. Okay, and the skeletal mesh isn't attaching, so I'm going to go to component 2 and name that one to mesh. I don't think it's going to let me. Do I have to put the whole name in? Mesh, character, mesh. Should highlight blue. Joint name, we'll do back socket. No, can't name it. Constrained bone 1 or 2. Back socket. Something like this. I just need to figure out which one it is. No. The constraint's not going with the damn mesh. Yeah, it's just the name of it. Why you not work? It should go with it. Oh, its linear limits are locked. 3, 3, 3. Maybe that was it. No. Oh, it's something like this. Cape, yeah, Cape would use the cloth stuff. He wouldn't do it like this. This is like dangling, like actual assets from stuff. Why can't I dangle this thing? It should be stuck with itself. Make another actor. Test this out on its own. Yeah, right. We'll put this up here. Yeah. Back into scene. Take the simulate. And as it moves through the environment, it should go with it, yeah. Oh, wrong bit. Okay, that one didn't work at all. Why? Oh wait, oh, I actually got enable physics. Whoops. Yeah. I simulate. Oh yeah, it doesn't move with it. Why not? When set, the parent body in a constraint will not be affected by the motion of the child. Parent should dominate. Play that. Yeah, no, is it? Okay, let's add a mesh to this cube, for example. And tell this thing to be attached to the cube. Why won't this work? Yes, it highlights blue. That's what should happen. And let's just move the cube here. There. So as the cube moves, it too should move. It should move like that. Right, let's swap it out for a skeletal mesh. Maybe it just doesn't like skeletal meshes. Don't see why not though. I'll put on a mannequin as well. It's this one. Sell this to be skeletal mesh. Yeah, again, there's the blue. Fine with that. If I simulate this. Where'd it go? Oh wait, did it I have to ignore it. Hold on. Ignore actor when moving. Self. Ignore. No? Where's it gone? What? Spell that correct? No, yeah. Well, it's obviously highlighted it, so that's correct. Disable collision between two bodies. No, still buggers off. I'll turn off the parent dominates. What is that about? Where the hell is it? Oh, it's over here. Why is it over there? Oh, that's 0, 0, 0. Why is it attaching it to 0, 0, 0? Oh. Didn't like that. Oh, I spelled that correctly. Nice. Skeletal mesh. Yeah. And I know it's correct because it's highlighting it blue. Attach it to it. Oh, it's gone now. Now where has it gone? Oh no! Oh yeah, down at back at 0 because that's where 0 is. What's that mean? No, it's lost that now because that refers to the child and it doesn't have. It should just connect. Yeah, it just falls over. Yeah, we know. And the fact it can't find it for constraint 2 is weird as well. Because it's on it. The parent socket is the back socket. It's the same thing. Oh, it's mesh socket, back socket. That's all cleared. Simulate. Nope, it goes again. Yeah, there. Can't find back socket for constraint component. But you're on it, mate. What if I don't put a socket in? What if I just put in a spine 02? Maha. Well, it's not there or there. Is it underneath here? Yep, it's underneath there. Ah. Why? Why not work? This is what you do. Yeah, the physics constraint to the socket, and then you add something to that. But it doesn't want to do it. It worked with a cube. What if I faked it with a cube? And then tell the cube to disappear. It's a nutty way of doing it, but nah, still goes there. Which is weird because this one doesn't go down there. This one just gets stuck in the same spot. down there again. Yep. But why? But if I take the cube here and remove the skeletal mesh completely, that constraint is still constrained to the cube. That's interesting. Why does it do that? What? Is it because it's invisible? Maybe not hidden game. Cause I just literally put it on back the way it was before. Maybe it needs collision. Maybe it needs collision. That would explain why the mannequin doesn't connect, because the mannequin doesn't have collision on. Ah, okay. Right, okay. So if I put in the skeletal mesh again and put in the mannequin. Oh, wrong one. No, it's the right one. Set him. We'll do like pawn collision. Go with the cube now. Yeah, look. Yay. Right, that works. So let's put on the actual character. Right, the issue is because we're adding to the mesh, and the mesh by default has no collision. I don't want to add collision to my mesh. I want to add it to, if it's constraint, to the capsule. So now that's in the right position, I could just drag that to the capsule and then tell this to attach to the capsule. Capsule component. No, don't. It still doesn't want to do capsule. Spoke right now. Yeah. No, no bone. That has collision on it. Well, oh wait, component one name. Oh no, that's right. Skeletal mesh. Yeah. This one we'll do as mesh. But even then, that doesn't want to use this mesh. Then again, it doesn't highlight blue. What if we make just our own mesh to this? Not using the default one that came with it. My mesh, we'll call it. And I'll remove that one and put it here instead. My mesh. Yay, there's a blue box. Maybe it just doesn't like the default one. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that's that. Now, but then we want the capsule. It just doesn't like the default stuff. That's frustrating. Okay, well we'll give this thing a pawn based collision and see what happens here. Oh, I've got to right, it's moving off of it. Obviously, it's not ignoring itself now. Hold on. Where'd it go? Mesh. Constraint is attached to that. It wants to ignore its parent. And I think I already had that ticked on, didn't I? Oh, no. There you go. No, he's still doing the wobbly thing. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's hitting the capsule, and that's why it's flinging out like that. But it shouldn't do. Try to ignore it. Okay. Why are you such a little... How can I get it to ignore that? I mean, I could just go down here and tell it to ignore pawns, I guess. I customize this to ignore pawn. There you go. So obviously you limit the dangle so it doesn't cut you in half. So we go to the physics constraint and we want it. So for the swinging stuff, you see this circle here? You want to turn these off until you get the angle one you want. That looks like it's going to be a twist, which is that angle. Okay? Back and forth. And we want to have that limited so it doesn't go around full 360. And we increase that limit like that. And then we're going to rotate it in the X. If it's going to work. Best type it in, I guess. Minus 90. There you go. So you want this sort of movement. Compile. And now should swing a bit more like what you think. No, why is it dangling like that? Oh wait, because hold on. I keep opening the other one. Get rid of this offset. Got a theory that because it's rotated, that's like a world coordinate thing. Yeah, that's it. So the rotation's world. So you just have to tweak it to get it right with the rotation that you have. Okay, let's put the animation on it now. Again, open up the wrong one. And go up here. And try to use the third person anim. Like that. And if you want it more like rigid, we just go to the physics constraint and you go down to angle and motor, change the twist and swing. You want to change the twist, and the target orientation is going to be 0, 0, 0. Strength for 50, you can turn it down if you want. Pick this number however you like. And that will try and force it to stay centered. Maybe I want it higher than 10. Let's go back to 50 and see what that looks like. Play. Should think the number's a bit off. But that's the general gist of it. Target orientation. Yeah. It's hard to work out because this is not entirely accurate. But there you go. That's the gist of it anyway. So, important thing to note. It doesn't like the default mesh that comes with the character. You have to add your own one. And it has to have some kind of collision on it. And that's it. They're the things we had to figure out and get past. But it dangles. Okay, add a bit more weight to it maybe. Might make it better. Go to skeletal mesh. Go to its physics. And we should be able to set some weight on it. Why can't we set weight on it? Angular dampening, linear dampening. I don't know if that will affect it because it's on a constraint. If I put it to like 1, do anything different? I don't know, it seems a little less crazy. Let's just customize the physics constraint angle down. Oh, too far. 240. There you go. Cool. Okay, we've gone way over time. But I want to say thank you to everyone for joining me tonight as we figured out the last one together. But there we go. If you want to join us next week, we have a question time every Wednesday. So if I didn't answer your question tonight, I'm so sorry, but do come by next week as well. What can you look forward to over the next week and over the next month as well? So I've been working on quite a few things. The first thing is there's a new damage type class video coming out on Friday for patrons who voted for it in this month's poll, and also YouTube members will get that too. And next week / next month mostly, the new JRPG turn-based combat system will be coming out as a tutorial as well. There's a preview up on the Discord channel. You can see a video of it working as a work in progress. That's coming out too. And there'll also be a new live stream as well coming up this Saturday maybe about casting magic and how to do magic spell casting and things like that. So thank you very much for joining me today. Loads of cool stuff on the horizon, and thank you for watching Asset Flip, and look forward to me starting that new one next week for September. Thanks again everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.